it's Marco here from xraycattravels.com. I'm at my home beach here, and actually my summer is ending. It's almost September in 2015 when I'm doing this interview. Today with me is, not with me, but today I'm interviewing Simon from Aberdeen in Senegal. And Simon is an accidental African who's been living in Senegal for quite some time now, and in his little piece of paradise he was willing to do this little interview with me, and let's just get this interview started. So hey Simon, when did you first get bitten by the travel bug?
Hi, my name's Simon Fenton. I'm living here in Senegal, right in the south in a place called the Casamance, and I've got a guest house here. I've got a local wife and 2 children. When did I first get the travel bug? That was when I was about age 22. I just finished university and I took a flight into Delhi at 3 o'clock in the morning, Delhi in India. And at first I hated it, massive culture shock. I'd never been out of Europe before, and I thought, what the hell am I doing? And but I travelled around for about 6 weeks, and it was pretty hard going, but I got into it. Although I was actually pretty pleased to leave, and I went to Nepal and went trekking. I wanted to get back to the madness of India, and I've actually been back about 3 or 4 times, and I've never really stopped travelling since then.
So was there any doubts and fears when you decided to go after your dreams and follow your passion?
When I first left, I was a little bit naive. Not many people at my school and people that I'd mixed with had been travelling. This was the early 90s. It wasn't such a big thing to go backpacking then. I had this kind of romantic vision of crossing the deserts on a camel, or crossing the ocean as a cabin boy, something like this. Not really realising there were established backpacker routes and guest houses and all the rest of it. So I was a bit naive, but yeah, soon got into it. I remember my brother telling me I should make a will because, you know, he didn't really think I was ever going to come back. Actually my biggest fear, because it was all fairly easy and straightforward once I got going, my biggest fear was actually coming home again. And what am I going to do in the real world? Wow. After I travelled for a couple of years, I went back to England, and I thought I got the travelling out of my system, and actually I'd got it into my system, but really I tried to settle down, and I ended up getting married and buying a house and commuting to work and all the normal things. So when that did eventually go pear-shaped for other reasons, I realised I needed to get back to my passion of travel, and I went and crossed the Sahara. I ended up in Senegal, and I'm here now. To find out the full story, it's in my book, Squirting Milk at Chameleons.
Wow, so cool. So how many countries have you visited, and do you have any like a big travel goal? I don't know, visit 100 countries or whatnot?
Include disputed countries like Tibet and Western Sahara, and places like Hong Kong, which I visited whilst it was still a country. I've been to 68 countries, and that includes about 20 in Africa. But I'm not really one to go and tick off lists. You know, I don't have a big plan to visit every country in the world or whatever. I really prefer to spend a bit of time and get under the skin of the places that I'm visiting. Big travel goals. As I said, I don't really have a list of things to tick off, but there are a lot of African countries I'd like to visit. I've been to about 20, but I've always been fascinated by Central Africa, the Congo, or both the Congos, and I think my big dream is to travel up the River Congo or down the River Congo.
So if you could choose any destination where you could live, where you would want to live at least a year, what would it be?
So if I could live anywhere in the world for a year, actually I've already chosen my place. Eddy, my wife.
Yes.
Where would you like to live? If you could live anywhere in the world, where?
I like to go to India.
India.
Yes.
Why?
Because every day I watch the TV.
You have the TV program from India.
Yes, I have the TV.
The nice people.
Yes, the nice
What about
people.
the food?
nice fruit and
No.
nice.
You don't like the food. You told me you don't like it. You like
So far, I like.
Okay.
Yes. Avec the habit they wear,
the clothes.
the clothes they wear,
Yeah,
I'm very like the natural simple.
that's right. That's because all the African clothes come from India.
Yes.
Of course.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Is there any country you wouldn't want to visit again for, I don't know, whatever reason?
Out of everywhere I've been to, I can't think of anywhere that I wouldn't really want to go back. I mean, there's always more to see. There's always places you haven't been to yet within a country. There might be specific places within a country that I wouldn't want to go back to. Golmud springs to mind, which is the gateway to Tibet. It's a place at the end of about 3 days of potash mines and gravel plains in China, and I got robbed there. And actually, when I was in Vietnam, I swore I'd never really go back. I was so fed up after 4 years of working and business there, and all the problems that came with. But now I really miss the place, so never said.
Well, that's very nice. So, hey, tell me, how do you, I don't know, fund your travels? How do you make your money in Africa?
Here I've got lots of different incomes. I host guests. We've got 5 or 6 different rooms available. I take people on tours. Yeah. I take people on tours. I sell photos. I've published a book which is available on Amazon and on my website. I even sell car parts in the village because we're the only people. There's nobody else doing that. So that's really the key. If you get a downturn in tourism, you keep other income streams available. So, for example, last year with the health problems in West Africa, I always had a bit of money coming in, even though they were less.
This is so amazing, and one day I'm going to visit you there in Senegal. But hey, tell me, what is your motto and mission in life?
If I had a motto in life, I guess it would be take it easy, but take it. That's my philosophy for life. And my mission, really, at the moment is just to only do things I love doing. I've got rid of all the clutter of my life. I am living the dream, actually. And I'm trying to spread the word of how amazing West Africa is, which not easy these days, given what's happened in the last couple of years, but it is truly a beautiful place with amazing cultures, music, scenery, beaches. It's great. Come on down.
That's very nice. Now I would like to ask you, do you have any advice for someone, I don't know, stuck in their daily hell and wanting to make their dreams come true, travel the world, well, basically follow their heart?
How do you escape your daily hell? Beats me. I don't think there's much I can say beyond the usual cliches. You know, life's not a dress rehearsal, blah blah blah. For me, the important thing is that you follow your passion, whatever that is in your life. It doesn't have to be anything big and dramatic like moving to Africa or even travelling the world. Just doing what you're passionate about, what you're interested in, and just go for it. And I'm as guilty as anyone. I spent a few years doing really what I didn't want to do, and it really took quite a bit of drama in my life to force me into action. And I think that's often the case for people. But if you really want to do it, go for it. It's easy. Sometimes people say I'm lucky, but you make your own luck. Life isn't easy here. I go through I've given up a lot, but most of the time I feel like I'm in paradise and I'm incredibly happy.
Besides your own book, of course, is there any books you could recommend that have changed your life or have had an impact in your life?
One of the books I discovered, actually an American guy gave me a copy of this book in Indonesia. I was in Lake Toba on Sumatra, and he gave me Jitterbug Perfume by Tom Robbins, and I went on to read a lot of Tom Robbins books, and they really motivated me, just opened my mind. I'd never really been exposed to the ideas, but at the time they really expanded my mind and made me think in new ways about philosophy, religion, all sorts of things. So I'd really recommend having a look at him.
Thank you, Simon, very much. And lastly, what is the best way to get in touch with you?
The best way to get in touch with me is through www.anaccidentalafrican.com, and that links through to my guest house website as well. You can find my Facebook page, you can send me a contact message, find my phone number, everything. Be good to hear from you.
This was awesome. So thank you very much, Simon, once more, and I'm very glad you agreed to do this little interview with me and share your own passion with me and with all my followers and readers and with the world. And I'm sure you'll get some new contacts and new friends from this interview as well. You got me, and I actually can't wait to come to and visit Africa and visit Senegal. I have never been there, but I'm sure that one day, very soon, I will be knocking on your door, man. So hey, wish you, your wife and your family all the best, and thank you again. Bye.